gozaimasu. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation. I usually do this in the morning in the past, but here in Season 8, I do it in whenever I can throughout the day. And today I'm doing it mobile. This is a significant wall for me right there. This is where when I first came to America 10 years ago, 2 days ago, it's been 10 years and 2 days exactly. My first desk was right there behind that wall in this building. This is Department of Public Social Services headquarters here in Riverside County. This whole big campus here was gifted to the county by a wealthy land baron a long time ago, with one condition, that it be used exclusively for social services. So this was my home when I first came back. There's mirrored windows up there. I remember coming out of that door there in the past in fire drills. A lot of deep thoughts right there. In the past, in the first month that I was here, it was a difficult first month, trying to adapt, come out here and walk these gardens and area and up to the hill. That fence wasn't there then, I could walk up there. A lot of stuff. Anyway, you'll probably see more of this because I'm choosing to finish off my work coming back to the office, and I'm no longer working there. I'm working in the another building over here, again for public welfare. I mean social services, not welfare, but the welfare, the well-being of the community. I work for another agency now. Well, I'm assigned to another agency for their IT. Anyway, enough of all that. The Good Life meditation is something that I do to remember my life objectives and principles, to see how I did in the last 24 hours with the challenges and opportunities that I met, and to prepare for the coming day, and to, of course, ready myself for death. There'll be no poem to read because I have no poetry books. I have no Good Life and no Going Alone copy to return to, so it'll all just be me. I guess I got to get used to this holding the camera thing, which is what I used to do in Japan all the time, especially on the Lyles Brother channel. It's kind of an old habit that I hope will come back to me, and I hope I'll be able to do it a great deal and in earnest when I'm back in Japan. My last day of work here, working for the county, will be December 16th this year. I think it's like 279 working days left. Amazing. Or no, 279 absolute days left. It's like less than that for working. It's like 100 less than 180 now, I think. Let's go ahead and do the routine. So first, last night and yesterday, how did I do with the challenges and opportunities that I met? Well, I was ambushed by something that I didn't expect. I was ambushed by my hostility towards my working life. I've spent the last 40 years of my life working basically at jobs that I've always not liked. I mean, I'm deeply grateful for the job I had here and that I still have here. Thank you, county, for hiring me. Thank you, bosses, although they're not there anymore. They've moved on, retired, etc. Thank you all. I really do appreciate it. I'm eternally grateful. But I wouldn't say that I enjoyed doing it. I've never enjoyed work. I guess that's why they call it work, as the cliche goes. It's always been difficult for me. And I wouldn't say that any job that I've ever had in my last 40 years, except the job as dishwasher when I was in college, I really enjoyed that one. I truly did. And when the first year or so as an antique dealer, I enjoyed that. But all the rest of it's all been work and misery. First world misery. So I didn't realize just how much vitriol I had inside of me. I think that's the word. The gooey stuff that waiting for a chance to come up and rear its head. Until yesterday, when I was contacted by someone in Japan, one of the old J-Vlog community members, knows what I'm up to going back to Japan and knows about my past as an antique dealer, may even see this video. Hey, if you see this, contacted me. We actually spoke on the phone to talk about being an antique dealer in Japan. And after the call, I was surprised at just how negative I was. I had so many negative things to say about trying to be an antique dealer in Japan. It's a very difficult job to do, trying to run a business, doing so as a father and a husband, etc., etc. A lot. Then that extended onto how my negative feelings about the last 40 years and how much time I've spent slaving away at the coalface, with my youth basically spent in a worthwhile manner, caring for my family, raising my daughter. I'm glad that I did that. If I had to do it all over again, I would, because that's a very worthwhile end. My daughter is my first objective in life, is to be a good husband and father. So I'm glad I did. But man, it's been hard. And so after we had that talk, we talked for about an hour. Afterwards, while I was driving to work, we did it early in the morning for here. After that, I had to think about that, and I realized, wow, that really ambushed you, Kurt. You weren't ready for that. And if I had the chance to do it again, I would do it differently. I would be more sober and staid and considerate and considering of what I'm going to say. It really ambushed me, and I fell flat on my face. And I think I'm going to adjust the Good Life Creed a little bit. There's one principle called life will not go well. And I'm going to add to that the observation that life includes, for most of us adults, roughly a 40-year sentence of hard labor in many ways, to a greater or lesser degree, hard labor in air quotes. If it always feels like that, even if it's a desk job. Yeah. That was about it that ambushed me. I did also go to the beach. I didn't want to go to the beach in the afternoon. It was cold and rainy, but man, I'm glad I did. I had a great time. I always do. Whenever I go, and the colder and the rainier, the better. Okay, as for the Good Life Creed, let's do the 8 objectives. They are as follows: to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize my true limits and true opportunities, to do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, and to maintain my balance. By the way, I forgot to preface this. The objectives and principles are part of the Good Life Creed outlined in my book, Going Alone, in the chapter titled The Good Life. The 35 principles now are the actionable tools that I use along the way to achieve or to strive towards these ends, which are the objectives. The principles are, in rapid succession, here we go: war, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, nature, pirate ride, maturity, social principle, family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be born, the feast of offal, distraction, agency, and the great indifference. The restless man, the path of, what, I feel like I'm missing one, the path of path of wildness. I think I'm missing one. I got my mind got distracted for a second. The best seat in the house. The restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure, the risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the season of philosophy, script writing, the bullseye aim, the uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, and the principle of fun. I didn't count them out, but it felt like 35. I think I got them all. Maybe a little mix up there at the end. I'm going to cycle on back. I can wind this up as I walk on back. When I first came here 10 years ago and worked in that building there, I was so confused, but not in a confused way. I'm the kind of guy, when I'm on an adventure alone in the wilderness, I rarely get confused. I get befuddled in a way. I guess confused isn't the right word. Befuddled. Like, where the heck am I? Which way is up? Where's north? How to get back to the camp? Because I never use a compass. I never have a map. I just dead reckon everything. And I was dead reckoning it here. And I would come out from around the corner there in these first months that I was here. I was here for about 2 years before I moved to another facility. And I would pace and wander this campus, and all alone, walking just as I'm walking now, trying to make sense of what I had done in coming to America. And I was 14 at that point, 14 months out alone. 14 months, beginning a 14-month stint alone before my family would join me, and all that entailed. And I know it all so well now, and I'm doing it all again in reverse, although Yumiko's going first. It's a mirror image. As for today, I'm just going to carry on. I'm halfway through my day. My lunch break isn't starting just now as I started this. I'll go in, make my lunch. I've got meetings in the afternoon, and, excuse me, I'm just going to power through the day. I'll be off work at 4, hop in the car, drive down to Huntington Beach, jump in the water, and do my calisthenics and exercise on the beach, and have a nice evening at home and dinner with my wife and my dogs. Am I ready for death? 3 questions. Are my affairs in order? Yes, they are. Are my relationships sound? Yes, they all are. Is my life's work complete? Yes, definitely. My daughter is grown and my book is complete. I can die now at any time without a single backwards glance, no longing reflection or yearning back towards any unfinished business. It's all pretty much settled and done. Anything from this point forward is just bonus time. I'll stop there. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.